Will Smith used to be untouchable. He was an A-list actor, he was shredded, super charismatic. Everyone in the world loved Will Smith, very handsome. Every girl would want to get with Will Smith. He was pulling girls like Margot Robbie in his prime, even like 10 years ago. This wasn't even that long ago. And then obviously, we all know about the downfall in recent years. The slap of Chris Rock, his wife coming out with everything.
An interaction with August, what do you feel like you were looking for?
I just wanted to feel good.
His family problems, just everything about this guy's downfall is like one of the worst downfalls in all of history.
From the norm, just a little something to break the monotony of all that hardcore dance.
And so what I'm going to do today is actually talk about specifically how Will Smith became an ugly, unattractive loser in the most respectful way possible. Will, if you're watching this, you can still turn it around, which we'll talk about today. Let's get it. I'm sure you guys have heard of the term pre-selection. Pre-selection is successful because other girls see you with other women and they see this as your reputation with girls automatically, or maybe you automatically have a very good reputation with girls and so other girls are going to want to get with you. Like, your reputation is probably one of the most valuable things about you and your overall attraction, and Will Smith's reputation is the definition of cooked. It is overdone. It's been left in the oven for 20 hours, man. Like, his reputation is freaking flamed to a crisp. There's nothing worse than a man's wife coming out and publicly stating that she cheated on you with your son's best friend. Like, that is going to kill your reputation more than anything. Here's the thing though, it's not really a problem that you get cheated on. The problem is staying. Like, I don't care if you're all about the family, anything. That your wife cheats, she gets with someone else, you leave immediately. As a man, respect is everything. If someone disrespects you, it's up to you to cut that person off, not allow them to ever disrespect you. And his wife has repeatedly kept disrespecting this guy, and he keeps allowing it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
Obviously, Chris Rock making a joke about his wife was like, whenever things really went downhill, like, he made a joke at some awards thing about Will Smith's wife, and Will Smith decides to go up and slap him on stage, embarrassing Chris Rock when he's literally a comedian. It's his job to make jokes. He had a very emotional, childlike, toddler-like response, and this made him look bad, it made his wife look bad, it made Chris Rock look bad. Everyone looked bad in the situation because he had an emotional outburst. And here's the thing, if Will could turn around, he could come out, he could say, I'm leaving my wife, I can't allow this disrespect, Chris Rock, I'm sorry. Like, he actually owns up to everything, he takes responsibility, he would slowly start gaining respect again. That's the thing, man. He spent decades building his respect, building up who he is as a man, just for like two big things, just to crumble it all into nothing, man. Like, this is why one of the 48 laws of power, it's so important to protect your reputation. Like, this is everything. Obviously, what you guys are looking for, the physical decline. So Will Smith, he's not that old yet, man. Like, he can still look awesome. Look at guys like Brad Pitt still killing it, and he's even older than Will Smith, man. He's gained weight, first of all. He used to be super shredded, had an awesome physique, very low body fat percentage. You can see that in the face too. He's lost the jawline, he's lost the good cheekbones, he's lost everything, man. Now he just kind of looks like a fat old man in the most respectful way possible. His hairline is creeping up. It looks a little bit higher than it used to be a couple years ago, I would say. Obviously, this is a thing with age, but then a lot of other A-list celebrities, they're getting this in check, man. They're getting this fixed. His skin looks very tired. This is a sign of high stress, low nutrition, low sleep. Like, overall, his health markers are not there. Across the board, this guy went from like being one of the most attractive, best looking guys in Hollywood to one of the biggest downfalls we've ever seen. Now we're going to talk about what we can learn from this and how Will could specifically turn this around. In all seriousness, the first thing I would recommend is actually he gets on a herbal testosterone boost supplement or even start TRT at his age, because there's no doubt in my mind that this guy's got low testosterone, especially if he used to take gear back in his day. To look like that on camera, he probably needs something. I would recommend obviously Aries Rage. This is my favorite testosterone booster. This is what I take every day. It's from my own company, kalosique.com, and it's got everything you need to actually scientifically boost testosterone, like Tanga Ali, boron, oyster extract, maca, which boosts sex drive, boosts testosterone by over 37% while decreasing cortisol and estrogen. But don't just listen to me, man. Tons of people get crazy results when they take Aries Rage. And yes, even at Will Smith's age, I would recommend he gets on Titan Grow 2.0 just because helps optimize your overall health, because like we talked about, he's lacking health markers. He needs to be taking something like this to make sure he has optimal nutrition, because 92% of Americans are deficient in basic vitamins, minerals. This will make sure that he gets everything optimized. But a lot of people use this as a height growth support supplement. Look at all of my reviews on kalosique.com, and people get crazy results with it just because it gives you proper nutrition, because most people lack the proper nutrition whenever they're developing. So cop this if you still need help with that. Use code Wayne for 10% off everything on my website. Don't forget to join my school, guys. Right now it's only $19, down from $55. We have over 10 hours of content. We have on group VIP calls with me and all of my students. We have over 150 students, all becoming the best versions of themselves. Link in the description to join now. This should be a lesson for you guys how easy it is for everything that you've worked for to be destroyed, man. This is why it's so important to vet the girl that you are with, because she is probably going to be the one who can out you and expose you more than anybody else. So if you get with the wrong person, you make it big, you have an awesome reputation, she can easily burn that into flames. And some women even get a kick out of this. Will Smith also lost all of his mystery. In his prime, not that many people knew too many things about Will Smith. He was much more mysterious. There wasn't too much personal information about him. He'd be in the big movies, he'd be doing all this cool stuff, but there was nothing else with that. Now with social media, we got all these podcasts. Maybe it's his wife just wanting attention, but whatever it is, the past couple of years, way more information slipped out than you should ever allow as a guy. Things like this should never be public. Even if your partner did cheat, for example, this should not be publicly discussed as if the world needs to know about it. Oversharing is how you lose all of your attraction and all of your mystery. So you can use this for day-to-day life, for dates, for your workspace, for social media, whatever it is. I don't want you to overshare. I don't want you to talk too much about your personal life, about anything really about yourself, traumas, things you're going through, past relationships. Keep these between you and the therapist, man. Will Smith's reason for the downfall is very simple, man. It's just a lack of masculinity. It's a lack of taking your life by the balls. He allowed himself to get disrespected by his wife over and over. He's allowed himself to become a mockery online, like pretending to rap at his age, which even in the 90s, I was never really a big fan of his rap, but now it just looks pretty goofy. He keeps reacting to all the memes, all of the negative commentary. I'm saying if he were to just come out like a man, apologize, take ownership, get his body in the best shape possible, get in some good movies and start actually acting again, I think people would forgive him and forget about all this craziness with time. That's the thing. Some things just need time, and I do think that he could probably recover his reputation and his image. He can still look freaking fantastic even at his age, man. But that is it. I want you to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I love you guys with all my heart. Peace.